From calling the cryptocurrency industry a get-rich-quick scheme, to uncovering how crypto might actually be one of the most transparent businesses of all time, here's what Warren Buffett really thinks of cryptocurrency. Well, for starters, he thinks it's a get-rich-quick scheme. You see, billionaire investor Warren Buffett really doesn't like Bitcoin, or any other cryptocurrency for that matter. He said it time and time again that it's nothing but a get-rich-quick scheme. While he's not entirely correct, he's not entirely wrong either. During an interview, the Berkshire Hathaway chief stated that he doesn't blame people for wanting to get involved in easy money. Buffett has some strong opinions when it comes to the product. A get-rich-quick scheme isn't all that he thinks of crypto. He also thinks that it's a gambling token. I mean, is he really wrong here? When you buy crypto, there's nothing that's going to tell you whether the price is going to go up or go down. It's all about supply and demand. If more people want it, it'll become expensive. If more people sell it, it'll become cheaper. This is something that happens in the stock market as well. The reason the concept of stock buybacks exists is to create a shortage, raise the price, and help the CEO and the shareholders make more money. But even then, at least the stock price of a company is tied to something, such as their financial statement or even their future plans. Bitcoin, on the other hand, really doesn't have any intrinsic value. Warren Buffett thinks the same. He also called crypto rat poison. Oh yeah, he thinks it's rat poison and that it has no value at all whatsoever. At the same time, he has mentioned that people want to play the roulette wheel by investing in it. Now, before you start getting mad at the guy, here's something to know about Warren Buffett. Unless you've been living under a rock, you know he's one of the world's richest men, with an estimated net worth of around $113 billion. Unlike most billionaires on the list, he didn't make his money from running one super successful tech company. He actually made money from investing in companies that he believed had long-term value. Instead of just buying and selling the stock at every opportunity, the guy sat on everything that he owned. So you've got to give the guy some credit for everything that he's achieved. While he might be too old to understand some of the benefits of crypto, he definitely understands the cons of the industry. As such, he's not fully against the idea either. He's mentioned time and again just how much he hates cryptocurrencies. But at the same time, the old-school investor has admitted that there are numerous benefits to blockchain technology. He's also talked about how that could end up becoming a disruptive force within finance. He's not alone either. Jamie Dimon, the CEO of Chase, has also mentioned on multiple occasions that while he's not a fan of crypto, he does really appreciate blockchain. Even Charlie Munger, Buffett's business partner, has bashed the heck out of Bitcoin. So much so that the guy inappropriately compared it to child trafficking. Yet, Bitcoin is on a roll this year. It finally crossed the 30,000 mark for the first time in 10 months. Since then, it's dropped too, but it's still higher than what it was trading for when the whole FTX saga was unfolding. This really is making some investors very happy. However, those guys who bought it at its all-time high for around $70,000, yeah, they're definitely not pleased. It still remains at less than half of its peak price. The speculative nature of crypto means that while the price is rising, many folks are going to want to profit and buy some Bitcoin. What's going to happen is that the price will go higher due to demand. But once it's high enough and people start selling, we'll see it plummet. And that's exactly why Buffett thinks this whole industry is dangerous. He's made the bold claim that he wouldn't buy all of the Bitcoin in the world for $25. Buffett's known for being super stingy. At one point, the guy was the richest man on the planet. But even then, he would use coupons at McDonald's. His most recent car is a 2014 Cadillac. But even then, $25 for all the Bitcoin in the world sounds like one heck of a deal. it doesn't look like the legendary investor will be adding digital currency to his portfolio anytime soon. Buffett has specifically stated that if he were given 1% of the farmland or 1% of the apartments in the country for $25 billion, he would write that check right away. Just wait till you hear what he had to say about crypto. What would I do with it? I'll have to sell it back to you one way or another. It isn't going to do anything. Why does the guy feel this way? For starters, he claims that while farmland and rental properties are productive assets, Bitcoin is just something that depends on the next guy paying you more money than you bought it for. That's literally it. Buffett stated that apartments would produce rent, farms will produce food, but he questioned what Bitcoin would produce. In a way, he's right, isn't he? The guy's completely against the whole concept. He's convinced the industry will have a very bad ending. The 92-year-old stated that he doesn't know if the digital currency will go up or down, but the one thing that he's sure of is that it doesn't multiply and that it doesn't do anything. He stated that just because it's got a magic to it, people get attached to it. Plus, during the crypto boom, we saw a lot of crypto millionaires. Young guys in their 20s flaunting their Ferraris on TikTok. They got lucky, but the general public is trying to make it big too. And it's just not something that can happen with a speculative asset like that. On top of that, the rise of pump and dump schemes by influencers is actually doing more harm than good. For all these reasons, Warren Buffett is convinced that all of this will have a bad ending. He admitted that part of the reason he doesn't take a position in the industry is that he doesn't know much about it. This bit does make sense, to be honest. Plus, Buffett is wrong about crypto. The banking crises have actually led to the growth of the industry. While it's still nowhere near its peak, what you've got to remember is that Bitcoin outperformed 97% of all publicly traded S&P 500 companies this year. And then it even recorded better results than commodities in 2023, especially gold. But that's beside the point. The benefits of crypto aren't even about the profits. It's about the fact that in a highly globalized world, it's become a need. Crypto has one of the fastest transaction speeds in the finance industry. A bank wire could take 24 hours. A stock trade settles in 3 days. But crypto, that transfers instantly, making it one of the easiest forms of payment. While a wire transfer could set you back $25 to $30 in transaction fees, crypto is almost free to send. Well, not exactly free, but it's a whole lot cheaper than regular financial institutions. So much so, even on the most congested of blockchains, median transaction fees were quite low compared to other forms of payment. But the biggest benefit of all is its privacy and transparency. You don't have to register an account at a financial institution to use digital currency. This means that in a world where everyone's out to get your data, you have some form of privacy. What you have to remember here is that transactions are pseudo-anonymous. This means that while you do have an identifier on the blockchain, it has little to no information about you. At the same time, while there's quite a lot of privacy, all transactions take place on the publicly distributed blockchain ledger. This means that while you can't tell who's doing what, you have quite a lot of information on how the industry is doing on a general scale. This helps reduce fraud, as someone can prove they sent the money and that it was received. So, from crypto actually being super transparent to Warren Buffett calling it a get-rich-quick scheme, this was what Warren Buffett really thinks of cryptocurrency.